Welcome back to Rebuild Rescue. Today, we're gonna get all the harnesses out of Stubby. We're gonna put the new ones in, see if we can get it to run. Oh, and we got power. Let's try to start it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell. Also, watch to the end of the video. We're gonna be announcing a contest where you guys can win some cash.
I need me a couple dollars, telling you now this payback.
Let's get into it. And that is the engine harness.
Completely out.
Completely out.
Wow.
A couple things it needs, like even these links here, how the tape came off of them. You know, we'll get that tape pulled off there, get some new tape and at least get it a little bit more clean. Like I don't like this either. I don't see any corrosion anywhere or anything like that, so I think we're good. All right, so now we got the main harness out, we have the transmission harness out, we got the starter harness out. So now we're gonna get in here. I'm gonna pull the valve covers off because what we had tried to do to this was put in a Ford harness and Ford computer because it was tunable a number of years ago and the Navistar wasn't tunable. So now the Navistar computer is tunable by Power Hungry Performance. When I heard that, I got excited and it actually, made me excited enough to dig back into this project. When the Ford harness and Ford computer was put in, we had to change the valve cover harness underneath there, which is, goes to the injectors and to the glow plugs. So we're gonna pull those valve covers off, get those other harnesses in, install this. After we tape it up, clean all the connections up and make sure it's good, so then we install that. Imagine that, it's gonna crack the O-ring. And the wrong size O-ring. They could have ballooned or something, but yeah, that needs fixed.
What is that? Is that part of the turbo or?
Yeah, this comes out of the intercooler. This is the cool side of the intercooler that goes into the intake. This will be the intake charge tube. When I'm looking for that, remind me that I put it in there. So there's the injectors. Yeah, these are all AD code. I wonder why that one says R on it. Alright. That is glow plug and injector harness. So when I put the injectors in, I also put new valve cover harnesses in as well. So, yeah, so this just goes back in there, and this is for your injector pigtail, glow plug pigtail. Pretty simple. If you look there, that's probably not a good sign. So I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. Looks like a little bit of corrosion in there.
Another one out.
Another one out.
That's progress.
Let's get the other one in. Valve cover harness number 2 installed, ready to go. Let's go upstairs and we'll see if we can find the other pieces of the harness. Now this is like top secret storage place for all my projects, so I don't usually let people come up here.
What are those?
Everybody needs a couple sprint car wings, just in case. Pretty sure that this is the main harness that we need. Here's the little air box for it. Fortunately, let's see, somebody cut that off, which I think this goes like that. And then the computer mounts up here, so I'll have to figure that out. I also get a little bit worried when I see cut wires. I'm hoping this was an extra part and not the original part off of Stubby. Engine harness number 2 is installed and it is looking good. It's a lot of weaving around stuff. I think if I do one of these again where I do the harness, I may take everything on top of this motor off, get it out of here. Because if you look where I had to weave in and out of, it's some pretty insane weaving in and out and moving wires around and whatnot. So everything is plugged in on this side of the firewall. Now I don't have the mount for the ECU because somebody cut it up, and I don't have the mount for the glow plug relay, but it is mounted, it will work, and this is plugged in, so it will work. Everything else is plugged in. I don't have the airbox and stuff like that on, but we don't need it just to test fire it. The transmission wiring is all hooked up. Some of the stuff I don't like the way it's ran, but it'll do to just get it fired up. So now I gotta get inside the interior, pull the dash apart, and pull the harness that's in there out and install the other harness. All right, everything's off. I took the old harness out. Everything looks fairly clean in here. There's some dust and stuff like that in here, but I'm glad it has all these easy access panels to take off. These things are so easy to work on. If you guys get a chance to modify one of these, you have to do it. It's actually a joy to work on because you can reach anything. Everything's open. Everything's really solid too, but it's really open and easy to work on. All right, let's prep the harness, get it in there, and we should be able to put the key in and start it. So super excited. A couple more hours to go and Stubby should be running again. All the wiring is in. It's not in 100%. I have a lot of stuff hanging out here yet, but some of this stuff doesn't go to anything purposefully. The manufacturer will have for different options. I do have a wire or two that's off. I don't think it really matters, but I'm going to turn the battery connect on and we're going to try to start it. First, we're going to turn the battery connect on and I'll see if any smoke comes out of it. I don't see any smoke. Hopefully that's a good sign. Oh, and we got power. All right, let's turn these wipers off. The brake booster's gone. Everything looks good out here. Let's try to start it. Oh, nothing. Darn. All right, so it didn't start, but we do have power. Some of the other stuff is working. I'll just have to figure out why it's not cranking. So we couldn't get it to start. I spent a number of hours diagnosing a bunch of different wiring problems, and we're gonna see if we can get it to start. I had to mess with the starter relay. It turns out there's 4 or 5 different relays that this make and model can have, and it turns out that I also had all of those relays. So I had to brush up on my electrical skills and figure out what was going on. I found some wires that weren't connected that should have had connectors, but were cut at one time. So fingers crossed, it should start. And if it doesn't start, I'll just spray some of this in there. Have to turn it on first. All right, we got a couple more lights than we had before, so that's good. All right, we got it started. It started, but I do notice there's a light. There's a light blinking in here and oil. Uh-oh, that's not good. All right, I'm gonna hop in it, get it started again, see if I can get it outside before I smoke out the garage. Let's try this again. some reason this oil water light keeps blinking, and it'll blink for a while and it runs fine. I mean, I can rev it up, I can move the truck around, but it's actually about to shut off, I believe. It keeps shutting off after running about maybe a minute or so. And there it shuts off. So we have a problem. I would assume it's got to be something to do with one of the sensors. And for some reason, after the truck shut off, one of the relays keeps clicking. It sounds like it is the glow plug relay. So there's a few more issues to figure out, but it does run. I did pull it out of the shop, and when I open the door, the glow plug relay stops clicking. And when I shut the door, the glow plug relay starts clicking again. So I'm not sure what the door has to do with the glow plug relay, but if any of you guys have any idea, please post something in the comments, because I think I may need a little help figuring this one out. So that's about all we have for you for this week. Next week we're going to try to figure out what's clicking, why it's shutting off, get it out on the road, and we're gonna test it. So one of the things that we've been meaning to do with Stubby is, you know, put a turbo in it, put some bigger injectors in, put a bigger oil pressure or H-pop, a higher pressure H-pop in and get it tuned. But first I wanna see how fast Stubby is. I mean, it's a stock International with a 7.3 and it's a big truck. So how fast do you guys think it is? You know, how fast is this gonna go in a quarter mile? We're gonna go out on the road after it's running and we're gonna run a quarter mile. So we're gonna have a contest. How fast will Stubby go? The person who guesses the closest at the end of the contest, when we announce the end of the contest, gets a $100 gift card. I'm gonna mail you guys a $100 gift card. So in the comments below, put your guess. You know, how fast is this big, huge diesel truck stock going to go in the quarter mile? Find out next time. Thanks for coming.